From the Valley News Live First Alert Storm Team.
Hi everyone, we're continuing to track some strong and severe thunderstorms this evening, and the latest one just moving southeast of you in Jamestown. This is a radar indicated storm with large hail indicated by radar, 1.25 inches, and gusts up to 60 miles per hour. But notice this, tornado possible. We have been seeing some spin on this storm, so I'm going to get right away and show you the velocity within the storm, which is simply looking at the spin within the storm. Now I do want to say over the last couple scans in just the last few minutes, we're not seeing the colors quite so bright, which is good, meaning that velocity, that spin is weakening just a little bit, but it is still there just south of the I-94 corridor between Jamestown and Ypsilanti. So watching this area of rotation. Eric Whitehill, our storm chaser, has been on that exact storm. He was looking at a lowering wall cloud, which was right about here at the time. He had to since move because he lost visibility. It became rain wrapped. And speaking of rain wrapped, these have been some training thunderstorms, meaning more over this same area. So even just in the last hour, we've had slow moving thunderstorms through Stutsman County, and that has led now to a flood warning for the city of Jamestown. So I'm going to zoom in here closely so I can get more read on here. But from the National Weather Service, public in Jamestown has reported that, I'll get that off of there so you can see that better. The public has reported between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen in Jamestown. An additional 1 to 3 inches are still possible. So we've got that flash flood for the Jamestown vicinity, like right in the city of Jamestown, especially for those low-lying areas. So we have been seeing some flash flooding in the city of Jamestown. We've also had flash flood advisories as well for areas like Woodworth, Pingree, down into Medina as well. In those areas, 1 to 3 inches of rain have fallen, and another inch of rain is still expected. So these storms are not only producing or capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and an isolated tornado, but we're also looking at that flash flooding potential. New information from the National Weather Service in Bismarck. I'll get the new warning on here. A new severe thunderstorm warning for 1.25 inch hail and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So what they've done is they've expanded this warning along the I-94 corridor from Jamestown to Valley City. Now it is a pretty slow moving storm yet again. It's moving to the east at only 25 miles per hour. So I'll go to the strongest part of the storm here. I'll go right along the I-94 corridor. 25 miles per hour. That gets it to Eccleston by around 6:44, Sanborn by 6:55. If it holds together and continues along its same path. So again, it is a pretty slow mover producing heavy rainfall. And it looks like they did drop that tornado possible tag as they extended this as well. So yes, the rotation is starting to dwindle just a little bit, but these storms still remain capable of producing tornadoes. So we're still looking at some spin. So I'll put the velocity on here one more time. So we're still seeing some lighter greens and some reds. It's where we start to see the bright greens and the hot pinks right next to each other that we're really watching that spin. Now there is still some there, so we're still going to watch that carefully. No reports of any confirmed tornadoes or funnel clouds in that area. But again, our storm chaser Eric Whitehill was seeing a lowering on that cloud. Our main threat now for the rest of tonight, once this tornado threat diminishes, is going to be straight line wind gusts. These storms are going to become more linear. So we're talking, you want to secure your patio furniture, the outdoor furniture, maybe way down the trampoline, tie it down, put the cars in the garage. And we can never rule out a power outage with power lines being knocked down by strong and damaging wind gusts. So that's one more thing that we're watching.
Sorry to bother you really quickly.
Yes.
One of our viewers did send a video showing that there were some streets in Jamestown that are completely flooded.
Oh, okay.
So the video is yet to be posted on the website, but
Perfect.
I did just tell them to do it.
Okay, thank you so much, Joseph. So he said that we got a viewer video of the streets being flooded in Jamestown. So some confirmation about that as well. So I want to show you just this line of storms that we have been tracking this afternoon. There was a tornado earlier this afternoon that was south of Woodworth. That has since long diminished, but we're still watching that isolated tornado threat possible. Brown County in South Dakota, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for you. Observed large hail to 1.5 inches, which is ping pong ball sized hail. I know we have a few viewers out in northwestern Brown County, so we're watching that for you as well, and gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Meanwhile, up in northeastern North Dakota, we're still watching this severe thunderstorm warning as well for quarter-size hail, inch in diameter, and gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That includes portions of Cavalier, Pembina, and Walsh counties, and this warning is in effect until 7 p.m. I'll get a quick speed on that storm as well. Most of these storms have been moving about 25 to 35 miles per hour, so they are fairly slow movers and continue to be for tonight. So this particular storm here, located over Adams, 27 miles southeast of Langdon. This was moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. So I'll put a quick tracker on here for you as well. Gotta go right in the middle. Right about there. Expected near Hoople just after 7 o'clock. So these storms are still firing. We still have a little bit of a long evening ahead of us as these storms become more linear, as opposed to isolated like we're seeing right now. We have a couple of individual cells. This part here is starting to become a little bit more linear, but we're expecting this whole line to become more linear and produce wind gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour as it then tracks to the southeast across our area. I'll check this warning here one more time, make sure that tornado threat is starting to diminish. This warning in effect until 7:15. It does still say tornado possible. So they have updated that warning there. So we're still seeing signs of rotation. This is along the I-94 corridor, just south of Spiritwood, southeast of you in Jamestown, north of Ypsilanti. Put on this here. So right there is where we're still seeing a little bit of that rotation. So we're going to continue to watch this carefully. Our storm chaser Eric Whitehill is still on it. He's sending me pictures right now of what the storm looks like. It's got a pretty nice structure for a supercell, but we're definitely watching that tornado threat very carefully. So we're going to continue to assess more of the data that's coming in. But be prepared if you're in the path of this storm along the I-94 corridor, Jamestown to about Sanborn. At this time, you want to be ready for a tornado warning just in case. Again, at this time, no confirmed funnel or tornado, but just some safety tips. Get to the basement or lower level away from any windows. Get low, protect your head. You want as many layers or as much space between you and the outside. If you're in a mobile home, RV, or camper, you want to evacuate, seek shelter in a sturdier structure immediately. And if you're in an apartment or an office building, the first level hallway or interior room away from windows, and again, get low and protect your head. We're going to continue watching this. We'll jump on if we have any more updates to provide you, but for right now, we'll send you back to your regular programming.
For coverage, download the free Valley News Live weather app.